the one, the only Benzion. Good afternoon and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube, Iyun with Benzion. Today's daf is Sotah daf, Yud Gimel number 13. There's a question that was bothering me through this daf. The Gemara elaborates on what the brisa we quoted earlier in the Masech talks about Mida Keneged Mida, both for good and for bad. Here we're elaborating on the good. There were two instances that the brisa quoted. One is that Yosef was the one who spearheaded the burial of his father Yaakov, and therefore he was rewarded that Moshe himself personally took the bones of Yosef and Mitzrayim to bury him in Eretz Yisrael. And Moshe took control of the burial of Yosef, and therefore he was rewarded by being buried by Hashem. Now, the Gemara asks, why did he was Zocha? He merited, he did the mitzvah better than others. The Gemara asks in the middle of Yud Gimel and Aleph, before the dots, Ve'ilo asak be Yosef, achalav maski be. They wouldn't have done it. The brothers wouldn't have done it. They also would have done it. If Yosef wouldn't have done it, they would have done it also. His sons actually took him. They contributed to taking him to Artzakan to bury him in Eretz Yisrael. So they also contributed, and if they had wanted to, they could have done everything. So, it just happened to be that Yosef did it, but they could equally have done it, right? Just because he ran first and did it, does that discredit them? They should also get the scar. They would have done it also. They just let him do it with their brother. So the Gemara answers, Amru hinichulo chvodo b'lachem Yosef b'hedyotos. The Gemara answers, it's extremely a strange answer. They said, no, it's better that Yosef deals with him. We have the opportunity to bury him. We're not going to bury him. It's better. It's more honor to our father. He should be buried by kings and not by regular people like us. Yosef was almost the king of Mitzrayim. He was the second in command, the viceroy. It's more honor to Yaakov to be buried by his father. And the Gemara asks the same question when Yosef is buried. The Gemara says Moshe and Bnei Israel ended up burying him. What about the descendants of Yosef from his tribe? They also had the opportunity to bury him. But they also, right, they could have buried him. They would have assisted him. He was a nachala of them. However, they said, rather Moshe, who was a gadol, who was an important person, deal with him. More honor to Yosef, and better that all of Klal Yisrael deal with him than just one tribe, because Merubim more cover when more people engage in burial than just a few people. So their answers make a lot of sense. They're giving more honor to Yaakov, giving more honor to Yosef. What did they do wrong? Why is it an answer? How is the Gemara answering why they weren't Zocha, Mida Keneged Mida? So the answer is based on an incident which happened in my youth. I was in Yeshiva University. I was becoming more from, I think it was like 19 or 20 years old. And I had never done the mitzvah of Kisei Adam. I don't think I did it. I think I did it one time after that, when I was in Eretz Yisrael in the mirror. I paid a lot of money to do it. But for some reason, I think it was like my second year in Yeshiva University. I was 19 years old, I believe. And I was there for Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur, and they had, on Erev Yom Kippur, you do, most people wave a chicken, but some people actually slaughter the chicken, and when you slaughter a chicken, you do Kisei Adam, the blood that comes out from the shechita, you're supposed to cover it with dirt. It's a mitzvah in the Torah. You even make a bracha on Al Kisei Adam. You make a bracha on Kisei Adam. So someone had shafted a bird over there. I was standing around there, and there were people there that were older than me, and bigger Talmidei Chachamim. I wasn't Talmid Chacham then, but there were big people that had spent more years learning in Eretz Yisrael, and were some of them were Surbim or Rabbanan. They were on their way to being rabbis. I don't think there were any actual rabbis over there, but they were definitely greater than me in wisdom and knowledge, experience. And the chicken had been slaughtered, and no one was stepping forth to do Kisei Adam. I jumped at the opportunity. I never had the opportunity to Kisei Adam. I was a young 19-year-old precocious kid over there. I just started learning Torah. I hadn't learned too much Torah in my life. I had jumped the opportunity in the midst of Kisei Adam. So I wondered for years afterward, did I do the right thing? I should have afforded them honor. These were respected scholars, some of them. I should have offered them the honor of doing the mitzvah and given them the honor of doing the mitzvah. How could I impetuously go and take away their mitzvah? And I wondered for years, I had this in my conscience, why I did the right thing. I don't know why it stuck out. There was plenty of decisions I made in my life which were probably more meaningful than this. But one time, it was just kept in my mind for a long time. I asked my Rosh Yeshiva Yaakov Friedman many years later, did I do the right thing in this instance? He told me, I think he did. I think I did. But the reason I'm talking about this now is because this is really the answer to my question of the Gemara over here. A lot of times in life, right, when there's a mitzvah, there's a mitzvah. We don't say, let the other person do the mitzvah, I'm going to give them honor. Even though maybe it's more honor for Yaakov, more honor for Yosef to let them do it. But it's your mitzvah. This is your opportunity for a mitzvah. To escort, to bury somebody is a mitzvah. Burying someone is a mitzvah. And the brother said, let Yosef do it. It's more honor for our father. But really that's, we call it cheshbonos. That's rationalization and calculation. They were too embarrassed to do it. When you have an opportunity to do a mitzvah, you have to think first and foremost about yourself. And especially when it comes to ruchnius also, Gashmias and ruchnius, about mitzvahs, you should think about yourself first, There's no one that cares about you more than yourself. That's the way we're put into this world. You run after mitzvah. You don't have to honor other people by doing mitzvah. You do the mitzvah. If you're disrespecting someone, that's something else. But here you're not disrespecting. It's just who's going to take the mitzvah. No. Let the other person do it. It's more honor for the... And even though you want to do the mitzvah, but the Yetzer Hara gets into you and says, no, let the other person do it. Because it wants you to slow you down. You're supposed to run after things for yourself. Do the mitzvah. You have to do the mitzvah. Even though there's more learned people over there that want to do the Kisei Adam, covering the blood. I said, I got to do this mitzvah for myself. That's the way I live. I got to do things for myself, both in Ruchnius and Gashmias. You have to take care of yourself first. It may not nearly mealy. The only person who's going to care about you is you. So that's the answer over. The answer is that yes, truth, it's more honor. It's more of an honor to be buried by Yosef, more of an honor to be buried by Klal Yisrael, Moshe Rabbeinu. However, that's not your concern. Your concern is to do the mitzvah. You have to look at it from your perspective. Your perspective, you have an opportunity to do the mitzvah of Kfura, especially someone important like Yaakov or Yosef. Do the Kfura. Do it. Be Zocha in that mitzvah. And that's why they weren't Zocha Mida Keneged Mida, even though they had the opportunity to do this. They made it. What the Gemara is saying is a rationalization. They said it's more honor. It sounds from the Gemara that was the right calculation. No, it's cheshbonos. It's a rationalization. They're too lazy to do it. The Yetzer Hara was tricking them not to do it. Really, when you have the opportunity to do it, you don't give honor to other people. It's more honorful for Yosef or Yaakov to be buried by bigger people. It's your mitzvah. Look at it from your perspective. It's your mitzvah to do it. You run and do it. And if you do it, then you'll be Zocha Mida Keneged Mida, like the Brisa talks about. I hope you enjoyed today's share. See you in the next one.